I was looking for you.
Perfect.
Want to have a little talk?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Obviously, as the only two people with power this week,
Yeah.
I feel like we should be on the same page a little bit or communicate.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, talking to you, I just want to talk to you because obviously I think that you're a very rational player. And I would like to hear your opinion of what you think should happen when you use this veto.
Well, obviously it's your decision. I'm obviously going to be using it on myself. It's a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
The real question of the day is, who are you really loyal to in this game? I've never known that with you. Do I see the option of Braden being the most obvious choice and Braden going home? For sure. I don't know. It's kind of like your call.
Yeah.
Like, would you want to make a big move? I don't honestly know who you're really loyal to and how long you want to hold that loyalty for.
Right. Right.
I've never known that with you. And honestly, it's the main reason why I was never super stoked to work with you. I know that painted a picture like that I was working against you, but I do see you as a loyal to the soil type guy. And the only reason I would have loved to be working with you from the beginning.
Right.
I would have loved to be working with you from the beginning. But when you say you're really loyal, I honestly think that you are.
Yeah.
And if that shows, I would assume that there's already final threes in place, there's final fours in place. I don't know. I'm not in those conversations.
Makes sense. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely options. And like we're getting to the point where it's like final six, right? So we need to start thinking about the end of the game.
You have to.
Right.
That is a very, very realistic approach to how we make these decisions moving forward.
Yeah.
I also feel that there could potentially be a secret power that is already in place. Would that be something that would be worth trying to flesh out now?
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You have the ultimate decision, and I honestly have one vote.
Yeah.
I am an island in this game, even in the people that I'm working with. I know that I'm always at the bottom of everything. I'm at the bottom of your alliance. I'm at the bottom of my alliance. I know for me to survive in this game, I have to win.
Yep.
That's the position that I'm in. Anything I do, I will be gunning for, which I think everybody is at this point.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, in my mind, it's like there are options, obviously.
Yep.
We're coming into the final six now. And it's kind of just like, this is where we want it to get. You know what I mean? The final six. And then just kind of play it out.
Yep.
And as you can see, like, even with our talks, like, yeah, like, maybe we've been going at it this game, but now it's getting to a point where it's six, and, like, it's not about what happened in the past anymore.
No.
It's six people left now.
No.
So it's like new relationships can be formed.
Yeah.
You know? As we're at that point. So it's like, I've been loyal this whole game, and now it's just like, how am I setting myself up for the end game? You know what I mean? But yeah, obviously, like, people like Braden, like, I haven't played this game with him at all.
No.
So it's like, he's always been on the other side. Like, he's been targeting.
And that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, if Braden won, like, if Braden stays, I do think that Braden would put me up. I do honestly think. I think Braden's great. I think he has stronger personal relationships with other people in this house over me.
Yeah. But his game relationships, that's where he falters.
I don't know who he talks game to.
I don't think anybody, because I haven't talked to him.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know that my personal relationship with him is good since day one, and
Yep.
defenders, like, whatever. But, like, we literally never talk game.
Yeah.
And I told him that, and I said, like, listen, man, like, we haven't talked game. Like, you only started talking to us when Austin left.
Yeah.
Like, this is 35 days into the game now.
Yep.
When that happened, and like, you were on that side with people that I knew were coming for me.
Yeah.
And now it's like you've kind of floated over to our side because we've taken them out, like them all
Yes.
out. You know what I mean? So that's just like.
I do think in some degree, though, I don't know. I'm in a position where I obviously won the veto. I'm using the veto on me. I have one vote.
Yeah.
My opinion doesn't really matter too much. You know, like, when it comes to Braden, I don't know where his head at. I do feel like if he stayed, that he would possibly be coming for me. I don't know for sure. He's a total wild card.
Yeah.
I look at all the scenarios, and there's a lot of scenarios where I'm just sitting on the block unless I win anyway. But is Braden necessarily the biggest target? I don't know either.
I don't think he is. Like, and this is like, I do value your opinion just because, like, in every situation you've literally laid out every option, and like every week, right? Like both sides. And so I do like to kind of hear it being aired out because I like to hear. Obviously, I know scenarios and stuff like that, but it's nice to just have like another outside opinion. Just because, like you said, like you're in a position now where you're kind of playing for yourself.
Yeah, I am.
And like, you know, and
I am.
therefore you can have an objective opinion.
Yeah.
So
I think honestly, I don't know. I think I still need to be mindful about what I say.
yeah, for sure.
Because I do think that there is, if I'm being candid, I think that there is probably a Final Four with you, Ty, Beth, and Kiefer. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where your loyalties really.
Do you think that would be my best scenario? In your opinion?
If I'm being super honest, you're in a position where you can play in every veto.
Yeah.
I know that you are hella strong. I know you're probably the strongest here. You're probably the fastest here. And I know that you're really, really smart. I know that you're very smart. I don't want to be going up against you in a veto situation. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
I guess it's like, I don't know. I think there's two people that have the strongest games here so far.
Yeah.
But I also think that you're very loyal. I don't know if you would do that.
Who do you think has the strongest games?
Probably at this point, you and Kiefer.
Right. I would agree.
For sure.
Yeah, I would agree.
And I do, if I'm just like being honest, I love Kiefer, but he's in a great spot in the house.
That's what's kind of been running through my mind a bit.
And if there is a secret power in play right now, he might have it. Because Vic said words when she walked out the door about those bingo balls.
Right.
And that she didn't know the numbers, but they're here. I don't believe that for a second. I think she knows the numbers, and I think she has told somebody those numbers. I know that it's not me. I don't know if you know that information. I don't know if anybody else knows this information. I know that I don't have this information.
Right.
And I know Big Brother does nothing for no reason.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can see how you're in a very big predicament.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I just don't, everybody has been saying that they're so loyal, they're so loyal, they're so loyal.
Yeah.
I feel like I am the only person that's like, okay, but this isn't a team game.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
who's playing for who? Are you playing for yourself? Are you playing for a team? I don't know.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, in my eyes, like, this is a team game until it isn't.
Yeah.
Like, it's a team game until it's, like, the end. And we're getting to the point where it's, like, the end.
I think we're at the point where
Yeah.
if you're not winning,
You're vulnerable.
everybody's vulnerable at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
We're down to 6 people. There's one HOH. People are sitting on the block even if they don't want to be.
Yep.
Who would you rather be sitting next to? Who do you think that you could beat in certain situations? Who's giving you the best odds?
Right.
That's how I look at my game, though. You're in a very different scenario than me.
Mm-hmm.
You're much more, in a sense, maybe protected than I am. I don't know if you have final threes, if you have final fours. I don't know when you guys start taking shots at each other. I don't know when that happens.
Yeah.
I'm not really involved in that. I mean, I think in every case scenario, people know whoever Tina is sitting beside, I'm voting for Tina to stay.
Yeah.
At this point, that vote might not be anything. If you guys wanted her gone, she would be gone. If you wanted Braden gone, he would be gone. If you wanted somebody else gone, they would be gone.
Right.
So for me, as much as I love that you're having this conversation with me, and I wish that we could have had more conversations before, I'm just as out of control in this scenario that I was weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously you don't have, like, the control to do anything, but other than take yourself off the block, but, like, I do value your opinion. So, just because you're so objective.
Yeah.
And, like, you're not really...
I definitely think that you have options.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm not, like, I definitely don't want to be throwing anybody under the bus. That's not my thing.
No.
But
Do you think other options bode well for you, or no?
I honestly feel like I'm in a position where if I don't win, I'm going home. That's how I feel. I could be wrong because, again, I don't know how deep your loyalty is. I don't know how loyal people really are at the end of the day. At the end of the day, this is a $100,000 game. For me, I would even be like, I'm trying to get to 20 grand. If I'm just being straight up honest.
Yeah. No, we've talked about that. Yeah.
You know, like the odds of me, I mean, you can never say never, but I know the odds for me winning aren't very high. Do I at least want to be positioned where I have a chance to win some money? Absolutely.
Right.
But there is a very strong 3, potentially a strong 4. I just don't know how long you guys stay that way.
Right.
I don't. And it puts me in a position so I know that I'm staying, you can't play in an HOH and I win.
Yeah.
What do I do with that?
Right.
That is like something really that I am considering, because I am in a position where I don't have a loyalty team. I don't have anybody that really fully has my back where, you know, like I think that Tina does, for sure. But if we have an HOH that's something heavy endurance, I can't count on Tina to win that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a warrior on my side.
Right.
This is where I am. I have to be my warrior.
Yeah.
And then from there, I don't know which moves I would make. I have 2 people that I trust in this house, or that I've trusted in this game to this point.
Right. Right.
It would look very poorly on me if I said either one of their names. And that's why, like, I'm in a position, because like I don't know what I should be saying in this scenario. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to
Well,
not
to me, it's like
sewer myself.
No, like in my opinion, like this is like us talking is like an open conversation, because I think we're thinking like the similar things. We just neither of us want to say anything.
Yeah.
But I think we're getting to the point of the game where like you have to start saying people's names that you haven't said before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for you, I think what we talked about at Wendy's was like, you know, like the people that you have aligned yourself with are probably the least likely to take you
I know.
furthest. You know what I mean?
I know that.
So it's like, it's going to get to a point where you have to kind of make a decision. Do you want to go far, or do you want to kind of like just kind of play like a straight up like loyal game, I guess?
Yeah. What would the answer be for you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I think for me,
did you come here to win?
Yeah. Like I came here to win.
Yeah. What do you think would set you up the best? in that scenario? Or are you at the position where you're like, I'm just going to keep winning shit, and that's my game?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
Which that's an honest game too.
Yeah, it's an honest game for sure. I mean, coming in here, I didn't want to be in a position where I had to win to stay.
Yeah.
And I've kind of shown that throughout this whole game. Like, I didn't win anything.
And you've done a great job with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I tried to do.
I think that your game has been phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I was looking at you.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth. And I've been a straight shooter this entire time. Like, I would have loved to have been working with you more from the get-go. I know you're a very loyal person, and I didn't think that I fit in tight with your loyalty, and that's all that it was. That's literally all that it was.
That's completely fair, honestly. Like, it is. Like, it's fair.
And now that we're down to like little numbers, like there's no reason for me to lie. I think everybody knows the position that I'm in.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I think you actually look like more of a asset than, you know, than some, like, you know what I mean? Like, you look like someone that's more valuable now than you ever were, I would say. Like,
that would be
to go further in this game.
Great for me.
Right.
Because I honestly, like, I came here to play this game.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to be the first mom to ever win this game.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
Yeah.
That was my goal. When people chirped me about being in the jury, I didn't really give a shit because that wasn't my goal. I don't know if I can get to that goal now because I can't see that end because you guys are all very strong and I don't know how deep your loyalty is.
Right. Yeah, I mean, all I can really say is that, like, I came into this game knowing that I was going to be loyal to people until it came time for me to make the best decision for myself. And now we're getting to that point.
It's there.
You know what I mean? Like, we're here, we're at the final 6, and there's only like 2 moves left, really.
There really
to win
is.
the game, like to get to the end. So
well,
like
there's 3 more HOHs.
3 more HOHs.
You can't play in the second one.
I can't play in one, and then I'm pretty sure everyone can play in both the other ones. So.
Well, I'm pretty sure. So when we're breaking down the game, there's 3 more HOHs. You can't play in this one. Whoever wins this next one can't play in the next one.
Right. Exactly. Can't play.
Everybody will always have the chance, unless you're HOH, to play in vetoes.
Right.
And then when it comes down to the final 4, the HOH secures safety, but it really counts on who wins that veto.
Yeah, that's a soul vote, right? Yeah.
This game is coming down to veto wins.
Exactly.
It's the only reason why I wanted to take a shot at you before this is because I know the way the game works. It comes down to veto wins.
Yes, yes. And everyone plays in it. I just didn't know if, like, if you won the 4 HOH, I'm pretty sure you can still play in the 3 HOH. Or is that false?
Oh, no. If you win the 4, of course, anybody who is left in the final 3 gets to play.
Yes, okay.
All 3 play in the first comp. That one is always very physical because it's broken down.
It's a 3-parter.
It's a 3-parter.
Yes, yes.
The first one, but honestly, all of these games have been very different than usual Big Brother structure. But at that, when it's final 3, everyone plays in the first one. It's always usually very physical. Whoever wins that one is automatically going to the third.
Right.
The second one is usually a mix of mental and physical.
Yep.
It's very heavy mental though.
Yep.
But it's also physical. And then whoever wins that one
plays in the third.
Which is always all mental at the end.
Yeah, it's usually all about the jury.
Yeah.
Mental. Yeah, that makes sense. So, okay, yeah. So the only event that you wouldn't play, if you win that 5 veto, you win that 5 HOH when there's 5 left, you can't play in the 4.
Yes.
I believe that's right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then everyone would play in the 3. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was really gonna ask Big Brother because I didn't know. I was like,
to my knowledge, that's how it is. Like at this part of the game, vetoes are almost more important than HOHs.
Yeah.
You can't really keep, as much as you want to keep people safe, you can't.
No, I know. Yeah, people are gonna have to be on the block that you don't necessarily want to be on the block.
Well, and like there's not even that many votes.
Yeah, it's like 2 votes. It's like 1-2 votes.
Well, even this one, what is it?
It's 2 for a tiebreak.
2 for a tiebreaker or 3.
3 to win, yeah. Which is nuts. That is nuts. And then next week is just 2.
I honestly I love this game. I think you're a great, strong player, you know, the move that you make, that's you're building your resume and how you want to be viewed in this game.
Right.
I can't tell you anything else other than you making what you think is the best for your game in this position, because if I was in your position, that's what I would be doing.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But I think it is safe to say that I'm not going to say Tina's name. You know,
yes.
like there's no way to dice that. And I do think if I didn't win that veto, I would have been in trouble. Like, I know my life was like kind of on the line at that point. I really felt that way.
Yeah.
And that's why I had the reaction that I did, where I was like, oh, I need this
Yeah,
so
well,
badly.
I think it was meant to be that you won that.
But if anything, I hope that I at least showed you that, like, I do have a lot of heart in this game and I want to play.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But my cards at this point is just, I've got to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I was in your position.
It's a tough position to be in still, though. Like,
well, I think that you do have that's what I mean. Like, how loyal do you, where is your loyalty at with your people?
Yeah.
Would people cut you? Would they not? I don't know.
Right.
You guys have all said the same game, that you want to go to the end. And from my impression, I have already heard that Final Fours and Final Threes are in place. I just don't know which one is real. I don't know. I'm assuming that there is a Final Four with you, Ty, Beth, and Kiefer, is what I'm assuming. And then if there's threes, I don't know if you are more loyal to the boys or if you are actually loyal to Beth. I don't know.
Right.
This is me looking in on it. I don't know.
Yeah, from the outside, yeah.
I do think you're a super loyal. When you say that you're really loyal, I'm telling you, I believe you. I just have never been able to read who you are the most loyal to.
Right.
Or at the end of the day, you might just be the most loyal to yourself. Which is a fair thing.
Right.
It's a tough decision.
Yeah, for sure.
All the decisions are going to be very, very
from here moving
tough.
on. Yeah.
Has Braden pitched to you?
Yeah. I mean, we talked last night. And obviously, like, he just feels like it's between him and Keith at this point. So obviously he's just like pitching for himself over Keith.
Which he has arguments.
Yeah, which he does have arguments for sure. So.
But I know you have played a very close game with Keith too.
Yeah, I mean both sides. I mean I've been playing with Keith pretty closely. Haven't really been playing with Bray. Obviously their games are very different. Like,
very different.
Keith's game is 100 times better than Bray's. So. Yeah, it's just I just want to kind of your mentality, look at both situations.
My mentality is that and this sounds terrible, I don't know where anyone's at.
Yeah.
Like, if Braden were to stay, I don't really know if he would win, first of all. And if he did win, I honestly don't know where he would go. When it comes to Kiefer, if he were to win, I still don't know.
Not me neither.
Where he would go.
I don't know.
I don't know if Keith is with me and Tina or if he's with the guys. I don't know.
Exactly, me neither. Because
I don't know.
Even in the double, he pretty much had the perfect situation because he could just put up Roe and Bray and not have to really mess with you or mess with me.
He's in a very good position.
Oh, it's a great position to be in. Like, when I look at a 6, there's 5 people in here that wouldn't really want to say his name. You know what I mean? So that's like, that's kind of scary to me, in my opinion. And I just, like at the end of the day, I'm not too sure where his loyalty lies because I know that you guys have him as like a number 1-ish, 2-ish, you know? Like that's like your guy. And then I see him as, same, like pretty much like a loyal guy. So if there is an event that he wins, I really don't know who he would go for.
And honestly, I don't either. And that's just me being real with you.
Yeah, I just don't. It could be us. It could be you. Could be a mixture of us and you.
I don't know if he really wants to feel like he has to play against the best and beat the best, or I don't know if he's like, I want to win. What is my best shot at winning?
Exactly.
I honestly don't know.
That would be the decision, you know? It's like, do you want to beat the best and like prove that you're the best, or do you want to kind of bring people that you know you'll beat?
Yeah.
And I'm not too sure about it, because I know
Straight up.
I know that he's here for 100K.
I know he is.
So it's like, what's his path?
He's already had conversations that he's already won.
Exactly. So
Has he had those conversations with you?
that he's already won?
Well, like that he thinks he's gonna win.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like openly.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is like-
Okay. Can this please just promise this stays here?
Oh, I want to have a very
Okay.
close conversation.
Can I trust that this just stays here though?
Yes.
Because like, I am like literally this is like, I've had a conversation with Tina because some of the remarks that Kiefer makes, I have wondered if he makes them in front of you, because he does make them in front of us. About how he's like that he's gonna win the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if he's.
He hasn't
I don't
really-
know if he's joking. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm like, is he saying that to them? How is he so confident? I've never been that confident in this game.
Me neither.
I'm still not this
I've never
confident.
once said I'm going to win this game.
No.
Never. And have I said I think I can get to the end?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But have I ever said I'm going to win? No.
Yeah.
And I still think in this, there's many people in here that would beat me.
Yeah.
So I've never said that, he's never said it directly to me, but he has made remarks like you're saying. I don't know if he's joking or not.
I can't tell either.
But he'll come in the room and be like, you guys better be studying your days. Because if we get to that Final Four, I'm
Yes.
going to beat you all.
Okay, so
You know?
he is saying this.
Yeah, he's
so
saying-
this is why I mean when I don't really know where it's at because it
Yeah.
sounds like he says the same things.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, like he has openly said like I'm winning. Like,
Yeah.
like he said like if I'm in the end, I'm winning. Like I'm beating.
Yes. Yeah.
And then like,
Okay, I just didn't know.
no.
I
like,
didn't
yes.
honestly because me and Tina were in the position where we were like, well then he's got to be loyal to them if he's saying that. Like I just didn't
No,
understand.
it's the same thing to us.
Okay.
And honestly, like, yeah, like some of the jokes, I actually don't know if they're jokes or not. When it comes to like,
I don't know either.
backdooring people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's a joke. Because like, I don't know if you can tell me this, but what did he tell you in the event that Roe won the veto in the double?
If Roe won the double, he was torn between putting me and Beth up.
Right.
He wasn't going to put up Tina.
Right.
It was a toss-up between me and Beth.
Right. Yeah, because he told Beth that he'd be putting you,
Yeah.
and like he told us he'd be putting you up, but then Braden said that he told Roe that he'd be putting Beth up, and Braden told Braden he'd be putting Beth up.
In all fairness, he did say it's like between me and Beth, and I think he was leaning more towards me. But again, I don't know. Like when Ty won that, I was hella relieved.
Oh yeah.
Hella
Hell,
relieved.
yeah, I know.
Because I don't know if Roe came down. I honestly don't know.
You could have went home.
I could have went
At the end
home,
of the
or
day.
he could have put up Beth, and Beth could have gone. Like I just didn't know.
Yeah, well, the numbers would have been there to send Beth home.
Yeah, like when I didn't get picked for that veto, I was shitting my pants.
Yeah.
I was shitting my
Oh, I
pants.
could tell.
Because I was like, it could go either way.
Yes.
It could have went either way.
Yep. It was very unknown, which is like kind of scary. And I think Ty was debating using it just to see what Kiefer would have done.
Yeah.
Because at that moment, he would have had to choose a side. Really.
Yeah.
And he hasn't had to do that in this game yet.
No.
So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's been a lot of like him saying that he's loyal to the boys, but then like he's just like being good with you guys like on the side. But I know for a fact that like he's probably like saying he's loyal to you guys, and then you know what I mean. Like it's a lot of in between stuff. So that's why like he has to be a
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
If we're just like being candid right now?
Yeah.
When it came down to keeping me or Vic, was he really advocating for me, or was it more like he was advocating for Vic to go because she was dangerous?
Well, he always said that Vic was better for his game. If I can say that.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I don't know what him and Vic had, but
I think that she told him the numbers in the bingo balls. If we're having an open conversation,
You think so?
it's if she didn't tell them to you, would Ty tell you if she told them to her? Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, that's actually what me and Beth were talking about was, I don't know if Ty would. Because I know for a fact that if Ty won the Invisible HOH, I don't think he would have told us. I don't think he would have told anybody.
Yeah.
So, like, he would have made a move that's, like, good for us and this and that, but I don't think he would have told anybody.
Yeah.
So, we're also talking about, like, if he did have a secret power, I don't think he would tell anybody.
Which is fair.
Even though, like, even us. Like,
I think Vic knew the numbers on those bingo balls. I think they will come into play at some point. I think either Keith or Ty would have that information. That's who I think Vic would tell.
right,
I know she's not telling me.
right.
But the only reason why I asked that you say that is because Keith always made it sound that he was going to bat for me, that he was fighting for me instead of Vic.
I mean, that's just not.
And this is the position that I'm in.
That's not the case. Like,
Yeah.
it isn't the case. Like,
Yeah.
when we were like heavily, like, as the week began, it was Tera and Row on the block. It was you two on the block, and then it was, you know, obviously row.
Yeah.
And then he won the veto. I'm like, okay, what's the other option? Initially, it was going to be obviously Tina going up, right? And in that situation, he was obviously going to bat for Tina, assuming that
I
she was
think
going
he's
up.
more loyal to Tina
Oh, absolutely.
than he is to me. And I
Absolutely.
honestly think Tina might be more loyal to him than she is to me, if I'm being honest.
I think that those,
If I'm just being honest, and I pray
mean-
that this does not leave this, because
No.
these are kind of the only two friends I have in the house.
yeah, no, I know.
You have to understand that these
I
are
know.
like my only friends.
No, I know. I'm not saying anything because, like, that just wouldn't be good for me. But it has always been him protecting Tina,
Yeah.
and you know, like when there are talks about, you know, TNT, like having to split them up, it's always been
Me
for him,
going.
you going.
Yeah.
Not Tina was never an option. So when it came down to you and Vic, we were all like, if we put Vic on the block, she has to go.
Yes.
There's no way she can stay in this game after she goes on the block.
I honestly couldn't understand why that was being debated so long.
Yeah,
Like, I was like, man, if you guys start to make this move, you can't back out of it. Now you're screwed.
exactly. So in my mind, it was never even a question.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to see where your head was at.
Yeah.
But there was no way we were doing a repeat of, like, week 2.
No.
Where you try to make a move, and then you step back, and then you get the repercussions for it
Yeah.
anyways.
That's just really interesting because Keith told me that he was going to bat for me.
I mean, when we put Vic up and the conversation started and she started pitching, she started doing her thing, it was a lot of him saying that, because, like, we were going back and forth on it.
Yeah.
We're like, fuck, like, do we keep Vic? Like, she saved us in the Invisible HOH. She, like, told us about the potential backdoor in week 3. Like, she could have screwed us many times and she didn't. So we were, like, really, like, in this emotional move. Like, we love Vic. So it's just like, you know, it's an emotional move. But, and then, like, yeah, like, as we were talking about that, like, he was always like, she's better for my game.
Yeah.
Like, she's a shield for me. I knew that they were close. They had been getting closer. And she even said that, like, me and Kiefer, you know, we're getting close. They were in a lot of rooms together. And I feel like he was really down for her to stay. But then at the end of it, he's like, okay, like, I'll just do what you guys, like, would rather. Like, whatever is best for
That's so interesting.
everyone's. Yeah.
Because he made it sound like he was going to bat for me and that you guys really wanted Vic to stay.
That is not true. I'm sorry, that is not true. And, like,
And because of the way the conversations looked, it was very easy for me to believe that from him.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
right.
It was always you guys pulling Keith away. Do you know what I mean? It was very easy for me to believe that.
Right.
That he was working to keep me safe.
Well, the reason that
And that he was working hard. Like, he'd be like, I am working hard.
he didn't say one word in the rooms. I'll tell you that much. When we talked to Vic, it was me and
Yeah.
Ty. Beth and Keith didn't say a word, because, like, they didn't, like, I could tell Kiefer didn't want to, like, show what he wanted to happen. He wanted to just look like he was going with the group. Just in the case that Vic did stay, he didn't want to be associated with it. So every time we were like, yo, Keith, can you come in the room when Vic comes so you can, like, at least hear her? See what she's saying, if you think she's lying. And he was, like, very hesitant. He never wanted to come in the room.
Yeah. Well, he's told me that he already has 2 votes in the jury. He's told me that.
Oh, he does. Absolutely. When I look at the jury, I think he has like 5 votes right now. Like, if everyone were to go here,
Yeah,
Vic and Ro are definitely going for him.
that's what he said.
Yeah, like, I would assume that Tina would vote for him. That's 3. I'm not too sure if he would vote for him, but if he did, that's 4. Like, you know what I mean?
Tina's actually pretty objective.
Yeah.
She loves the game so much that I don't know if that would be a shoe in for her. She would be the type of person that would look at individual games.
Okay.
At least that's what I believe.
Okay.
But if she's got something, because I sense that there is something closer between them two that could have started in this room on day 1.
Oh, yeah.
On day 1.
Yep. I mean, I've always seen that. And,
Yeah.
and it's not even like it's been a secret. He's said it.
No.
He said that him and Tina have like a different kind of relationship.
And it honestly could have started right here.
Yeah, I would agree. It's
And
always,
when I say that I've been in the bottom of every scenario in this house, I'm not lying. Like, I know people are like, we don't know where her head's at. We don't know if we can trust her, but I'm not blind in this game. I saw many situations where I was at the bottom. I was just trying to figure out, like, well, where are my best odds to be at the bottom? And honestly, none of them are very good.
yeah, I can honestly tell you that when you talk about going to bat for people, he has gone to bat for Tina
Yeah.
a lot more.
Well, there's a reason why nobody's saying Tina's name.
Yeah,
I've never had anybody to go to bat for me.
yeah.
I've never. The only time anybody ever went to bat for me was when everything was happening outside and Tina kind of piped up a little bit in defense to me. And actually, it was funny. Ro was kind of defending me in that scenario before he left because he knew he was going on the double. And then once it got set in stone, we were sitting on the black couches and he told me, he's like, I was sticking up for you because all the things that Vic was blaming you for, I said. And he told me, I'll tell her in jury because he knew I did. And he's like, you took all the heat of that. That's the only, but to everyone else, it looks like Ro's defending me
Yeah.
because I'm working tight with Ro.
Right.
It wasn't. When I say that I didn't fully trust Ro either, I didn't.
Wow. Wow.
He was trying to protect himself by kind of throwing me under the bus. Like, I've been thrown under the bus.
Shit. So he told you that?
He told me that.
Whoa.
And it was literally like right before the vote. Before, like, we were literally on the black couches.
So everything you were being attacked for, he told Vic.
Or he, I don't know if he leaked it to you guys. I don't know who he leaked it to or to Beth. I don't know. But he's like, all of the things that Vic was saying about you. And he told me, he's like, that's why I stuck up for you.
Wow.
Which
That's
I
crazy.
appreciated the apology.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to do anything for me in the jury in regards to Vic. Like, that's not going to change anything. Do you
No,
know what I mean? Like,
no.
in every scenario, if I'm at the end sitting next to anyone, Vic is picking the other person over me in pretty much every scenario, you know?
Yeah, I mean, she seems like she's gonna be salty.
Yeah. It's like, you think?
Yeah, like even, yeah.
But so when I say, like, I've been lied to this entire game, I'm not lying. I'm actually playing a very truthful game, but I can see how it looks sketchy. But for me, I'm backed into corners in most positions that I'm in. Like, I don't even know if this conversation, I'm hoping it doesn't, I don't know if you're going to go and talk to Kiefer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? This is how
Yeah. And I can honestly, like, tell you straight up, I'm not going to do that.
I honestly hope you don't.
No, I will. I really won't. 'Cause this is a conversation that, like, I wanted to have, and I feel like, and I told, like, everybody, Ty and Beth, I was like, I want to talk to Tera. No, I didn't tell them what it's about, but I just know that.
Yeah.
these
And I
are-
appreciate
these
it,
are open.
honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I wish that we would have talked sooner.
Yeah, I know.
I think we actually would have been a pretty powerful pair.
Oh, I
you know?
agree. But the thing is like, I don't even think it's too late.
No,
You know what
it's
I mean?
not. And
Yeah.
I can't even believe I'm saying it. I probably respect your game the most.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Which is like, fucking shit.
fucking chat.
Takes me on one date.
You're swooning. You're
I
blushing.
promise I wouldn't look at the ads. It's not even about that. I actually think you're probably the most honest person in this house, which is crazy.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna try to be. And honestly, I do like really respect your opinion. That's why I want to talk to you about this stuff, because I don't know who else is being real.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I can tell you right now, I have no reason to lie.
yeah.
There's no there's no benefit.
Right.
In a lot of scenarios, I'm going up, and if I don't win, I'm probably going home. At least this is my mentality where I am right now physically in this house. And I have always said, I just want power so I can start having real conversations with people.
That's what it takes, honestly, at some point.
And I mean, if there was somebody still like Brayden in the house, it's a very easy shot for me to take.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I just don't want, like, I don't want you to be in a position where you have to, like, also choose, like, necessarily go against people you've been working with.
Have I been working with people though? I've been alone.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Right.
You know?
Hey.
Sorry.
What do you at?
I just want to grab my water
Oh,
bottle.
that's right here. What do you at, she says?
What do you at?
Woo! But, no, I know. And I think you're smart.
I'm not telling anybody about this conversation, and I'm not even telling her because I think she's closer to Kiefer. I'm not.
I know she is.
And I am just praying. Please don't put me in that position.
I won't.
Please.
No, I won't. I truly won't.
Because I'm not even like throwing people under the bus. I'm not. I'm just looking objectively at this game.
Yeah. And that's why you're the best person to talk to, in my opinion. And that's why when I say that, when I was telling you at Wendy's, like, I do see your longevity in this game, and you have a strong pitch for it.
Yeah.
I do see it, and I believe in it. I don't want you to go home next week. I don't want you to go home this week.
No.
I really don't. So it's like, I just want you to know that, you to believe that.
Yeah.
Because, like, you have a strong pitch to stay in this game.
Yeah.
You are better for my game.
Yeah.
You are.
I can't believe it. You're better for my game.
I know. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
weird.
it's weird to say.
It
But,
is.
like, there are people in here that are much worse for my game than you. And I think that's a strong thing to have in the open between
Absolutely.
us. I feel like we could really help each other in this game, especially at this point in the final six.
Yeah.
Like, I need you, and I think you need me.
Yeah.
So if we have that mutual understanding,
We're getting at the position where both of us kind of need to win.
yeah,
And that's just truth
yeah,
for different reasons,
yes,
but it's kind of truth. Other people are sitting much more comfortably
exactly,
than us.
exactly.
And even when that initial flip, that stupid Josh and Rose stupid flip, I remember saying to you in the kitchen, I was like, we're different, but we're same. Like, that was me trying to tell you, like, get out of this, get as far away from this as you can. Because I knew it was coming with so much heat. And I knew the people who were going to take it the worst weren't even the people orchestrating the flip. That flip wasn't even orchestrated by us.
I know. But we
I
took
said
the
that,
heat.
yes, I
Took
said
the
that to you in
heat.
the kitchen. Like, different, same. Like, I've been trying to sprinkle little hints to you. I just haven't been in a position to say anything.
Yeah.
But it's, honestly, I understand how it's a super tough decision. I respect whatever decision you do. At the end of the day, you know, I'm not saying Tina's name.
Yeah. Exactly.
With whoever you put next to it.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that, like, I know I do have options in this situation, and I just wanted to make sure that you were open to different options and that it wouldn't upset you with what I chose.
No.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to do something that's going to upset people, like, at the end of the day.
I think someone might be very upset,
Oh, yeah.
but it's honestly, after the Vic situation, I don't want drama. Like, I'm 37. I didn't even want to be in that drama. At the end of the day, this is game. Moves are made.
Yeah.
Even if you decided that it was Tina, as much as that would suck and I would be super sad, this is a game. It's a game.
Yeah. Yep. I just got to remember that because I am a very, like,
You have a very big heart.
yeah, exactly.
You're actually, like, in the real world, like, you are somebody, because I'm like a guy's girl, like, in the real world, I would love you. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
You are a great person, inside and out.
Appreciate
I
it.
can see this in you.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel the same about you, and that's why, like, I do think
On a
that-
game level, the only reason why I ever wanted you out, because I was like, how is nobody looking at this guy?
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, even
I
from
honestly
like,
don't know. I ask myself
yeah.
that question every day.
No, it was like,
I
I
ask
was like,
myself that question every single day.
wow, but we're at the point where it's like, I can't come for you even if I tried.
Yeah.
And in every case scenario, like, it's all about vetoes now.
Yeah.
You're great, you know, like.
Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it worked. And like, you can say the same thing about yourself. Like, how did you get to this point as well? You don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I got here. I don't know who you got here.
Yeah.
And like you said in the kitchen
I'm
that
just
day.
happy to be here.
Exactly. I'm happy to be. I'm grateful. But you said it in the kitchen the other day. It's like, we are the same, just different.
Very
like,
different.
Yeah, like I'm seeing
But
as a big boat of a target.
Our
but
core and stuff, like when you talk to me about like your family and we have a little bit of like deep chats, like we're actually very similar people. Very similar. And I do think you're a super straight shooter. You're probably the straightest shooter in here. I actually believe that.
Yeah, I definitely am.
And honestly, whatever you do, I support. You earned that HOH. I mean, doused me in fucking balls. Started me at -12. It's okay, I'm over it. I got my moment. I got my moment.
I'm so happy.
And honestly, thank you for letting me have that moment. You didn't have to put me on the block. I could be in Braden's spot. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that. Like, I asked you, give me a chance to fight. Like, give me something to show.
Yeah.
And I hope that I showed you, like, I don't care if people are saying they're throwing that shit to me or not. Nobody threw that first one to me.
No.
Like, I want to be here. I want to play. I want to compete. I'll try my best to play with you. You know?
No, I'm down. No, I see it. That was the best. That was the most fight I've ever seen. Honestly, I could see how passionate you were, and I love that.
Oh,
it's awesome.
It was a great moment.
I was so happy to see you win that. Like, that was,
it was
you
a great moment. And honestly, I'm just praying that the ceremony's tomorrow.
Oh, I think it will be.
Because that's my brother's anniversary.
I know, exactly.
It's an even better moment.
And hopefully you like kind of.
And that, so just like real talk, that is so fitting for the relationship I had with my brother. Because I was like saying to you, like, I don't want my family to see that on his anniversary, like me getting the shit kicked out of me. But my brother always had my back. And him, like, if I get to pull myself on the block, off the block in this house on his anniversary, that's him being like, this is me here for you. You know, like I could have goosebumps. I couldn't see the big picture of it during that HOH because I was too busy about what other people would see that I forget like the connection that I had with my brother, where this is how he would want it.
Right.
He would want me to be in this house and have the moment in this house, not what they see. This one was for me, you know?
Yep, that's gonna be awesome.
You remind me a lot of my brother, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, especially when I know your sister is significantly younger than you, but like the way your little sister looks at you is how I used to look at my brother. We were just closer in age, but like he was my hero. He was my best friend, and he cared the same way that you care about your little sister is the way my brother cared about me. Like, I was his best friend. I was his ride or die. Like, we were just closer in age, but that bond.
It's the same.
That you, like, when you pulled out her baby blanket.
Yeah.
Like, that, like, just, like, hit me on a different level where I'm like, wow, you're a lot like my older brother.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Like, thank you for saying that.
And I'm telling you, it's the biggest compliment I could ever give anybody.
Yeah.
If I say you remind me of someone and it's that person, I don't shell that out often.
No, I can't.
He was like a leader in every sense of the word. And that's what I do think that you are.
I appreciate that.
And no matter what happens in this game, I respect your game. I respect you as a person. And I see who you are outside of this game. And whatever you decide to do, it's your game. Do what's right for you.
Will do. And I hope tomorrow
but what
you
are
have...
we actually telling people this conversation is about?
You using the veto? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like for the Tina and Kiefers of the world, it'll just be about putting Braden up.
Yes.
Yeah, just like that option.
And obviously that I'm just pitching that I want Tina to stay and that I don't want you to split up me and Tina.
Exactly. Yeah. That makes the most sense.
And that's what I'm just going to say. I'm gonna be like, it sounds like the plan is the plan.
And then we just talked about your
My brother.
personal stuff with your winning the veto and stuff. And no, seriously, like aside from
and
that.
honestly, if you pull back from this move, I will keep that to myself. I promise
Oh,
you.
I know you will.
I will keep that to myself. And I hope that you keep this to yourself as well.
Absolutely. No, this doesn't go anywhere, honestly. I do cherish these talks.
Yeah.
And I hope we can have more of them moving forward because I think
Absolutely.
I think we're both very rational, objective people, and we're going to make the best move
Yep.
for ourselves. And this is a game at the end of the day.
It is.
We respect each other, love each other outside of here as well.
Yep.
So I hope the ceremony's tomorrow. I hope you can have some kind of something in your speech where you reference.
I will.
Yeah.
I've already been thinking about it.
Yeah. No, 100%. I hope you do because you have that little moment afterwards. You can say something about it.
And it would honestly just be like, people are going to think the show is rigged.
I know. That's what I
They're
think.
honestly going to think the show is rigged. I'm like, I'm telling you, I promise you, the show is not rigged.
Yeah.
You know, like,
what are the chances, like you two at the end there?
I just know on a human level, so many people will relate to that moment.
Yeah.
Because it is like, when you lose somebody that is that significant to you, the day that they pass is I said it to Kiefer and Tina this morning, like, I hope it's tomorrow because I wasn't sure if I would be in the house for this moment. I honestly didn't think I'd make it this far, if I'm just being straight.
I remember you saying at the very beginning.
Yeah,
You said
and I was like,
make it.
yeah, if I make it this moment, like, it's the hardest day of the year, every year for me.
Is it April 14th?
April 12th.
Oh, April 12th.
If we're on tune with the days in real life, it's April 12th. But outside of the house, like, I literally, like, I go bungee jumping, I travel, like, I get out of Dodge. Like, it's the hardest day that I need to distract myself. Otherwise, I'll just sit and cry all day. So the fact that I have something to distract myself, and it's a moment that is saving me in this game called Big Brother, like, I can't even put into words.
What are the chances of that? You know what I mean?
Honestly, the connection I have with my brother, I'm not surprised. And it's just another thing that's like, he's still with me everywhere I go. And he's with me right now.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. And I do think he helped me with the trick shot.
Yeah, I know. I was like, yo, that was
I'm like,
crazy.
I got angels helping me. He's literally boom, boom,
He like
boom.
knocked it in at the end. He's like, fuck it, let me put it in there.
Literally, they put on the infrared camera. They study the tape for paranormal activity, and it's just my brother, and I'm like, I told you I got backup. It's just different.
That's so funny.
Bring it in.
All right.
It's a great talk.
Honestly.
Love you. I respect you, whatever you do.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much
Whatever
for
you
always
do.
being a straight shooter with me.
Always.
That's what I need in this game.
Heck yeah.
All right. Does 45 mean anything significant to you at all? Or?
No.
No?
No.
I didn't know if that'd be like a coincidence with something.
No, nothing with 45 either.
Okay.